This is a truth with Pure Power Chord. Truth. The truth. The truth. The truth. The truth. Do you want to hear the truth?
Good morning, guys. This morning's talk I've named The Wolf Within. Now, when I say the wolf within, I'm referring to people that have pack mentality, and when they see something going in a certain direction without thinking or considering the consequences, they go with the flow. Let's get into it. So, let me give you a classic day example of people running with the pack. If you've ever lived in a sectional title complex, you will understand this very well. Say now on one of the groups that you have going, somebody posts this. You wake up on a Saturday morning and someone has faulty plumbing in their kitchen. And before you can address the problem, or before anybody knows what the real problem is, you have everybody in the complex saying the same thing. My plumbing, I think, is also faulty. I think my plumbing might become faulty very soon. What are you going to do about it? Why do people do this? So let's first understand what pack mentality is. Okay, pack mentality, also known as mob or herd mentality, is a tendency for humans to behave in ways that conform with others in a group rather than as individuals. In short, we go along with the flow. Voting, demonstrations, riots, strikes, sporting events, religious gatherings, everyday decision making, judgments, and opinion forming are all parts of pack mentality. For better or for worse, we follow the pack. So, pack mentality is derived from a pattern of behaviors observed in animals or herds of animals. Think of a sheep blindly following the flock, no matter where they go, just because that's what the herd is doing. So, this experiment was done. It's called the Solomon Asch Conformity Experiment. Okay, so we'd all like to believe that the choices we make are based on our own independent thinking. However, the reality is that's not always the case. So now, in this classic experiment, psychologist Solomon Asch conducted a study showing that 75% of people put in groups would deliberately select wrong answers to questions just in order to conform with the group, compared to only 1% when they were alone. The experiment concluded that people conform for two main reasons: because they want to fit in with the group and because they believe the group is more informed than what they are. So, remarkably, research shows that it takes a minority of just 5% to influence a crowd's direction, and that the other 95% follow without even realizing it. So, herd mentality or pack mentality in chimpanzees. When a chimpanzee learns a superior strategy to crack open nuts as a member of the one group and then switches to a new group and uses an inferior strategy, it will avoid using the superior nut cracking method just to blend in with the rest of the chimps. Humans are the same. The normal behavior of the tribe overpowers the desired behavior of the individual, even to our detriment. We'd rather be wrong with the crowd than be right all alone. So, the dangers of pack mentality include point number one, loss of individual responsibility. Being anonymous in a crowd can lead to diminished personal accountability, resulting in actions that individuals might not take alone. Point number two, irrational decision making. So people may make poor choices or behave in a herd or pack like manner just to fit in, leading to a group way of thinking with very bad and negative outcomes. So the last one I'm going to leave you with is conformity pressure. The fear of being different can compel individuals to follow the majority of people, even against their better judgment. Well, I found over 30 Bible verses that actually refer to that, but I'm not going to go through all of them today. But following the crowd, in the journey as believers, the call to walk the narrow path is a profound reminder that we are often called to make choices that the majority may not understand. While the ways of the crowd may seem appealing, we are encouraged to look beyond immediate gratification and seek the direction of God. Each step we take should reflect on our values, faith, and commitment to living a life that honors God. By laying aside the distractions that come from following the crowd, we can find the true joy and peace that comes from walking hand in hand with God. So we see in the book of Matthew 7, verses 13 to 14, enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it. And in the book of Romans 12, verses 2, it says this: Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you'll be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. So we're actually called to choose wisdom over being popular. We live in a world that often values of being popular are much more important than the truth. It can be a tricky balance as we want to be liked and accepted by everybody, but we must remember that our ultimate guide is God. When we choose to seek wisdom from His Word rather than the fleeting approval of other people, we plant ourselves firmly in His truth. Popularity can be seductive, but when we stand by our beliefs, we cultivate a deeper connection with God and align ourselves with His divine purpose. So let's continue to seek God's wisdom and remember the true fulfillment comes by walking in God's righteousness. So next time you decide to go with the crowd and to rah-rah behind everybody that is wrong, just to be popular or to fit in, think about these verses and what God says. We should not conform to this world. We are set apart for something greater than that. Hope you have a lucky day. Cheers.